Welcome once more, all of you. The show must go on, as the stage once again is taken by our mighty heroes upon Korvosa. The blood veil grips the city. Quarantine. Death. Many terrible things are happening, and the poor, disenfranchised people of the city are seemingly suffering the most. Those that can hardly be able to help them pay for the help that's needed for such an affliction. But our heroes are not forgetting the downtrodden, the things they can do to save innocent lives. So join us as the story and the show continues with our heroes doing just that. I think it's all weight things for heavy and stuff like that, so you have to be careful about your weight.
Yeah.
But hi, everybody. Welcome to Crimson Queen.
Hi.
Hey, make
Also,
sure we're unmuted.
You are unmuted. I did make sure. Because Worm was talking when I hadn't unmuted them, so I unmuted him. So I was like, unmuted that.
Also, we support the downtrodden because we are the downtrodden.
I mean, you did lose your job twice.
Yeah.
Once because you thought you got a better job, and then it's sort of like, well, I guess.
I have a job.
See, I don't know if I can say I'm downtrodden when I'm rocking 2,000 gold in my pocket.
Yeah. Lightning, you're technically not downtrodden. You're like...
I'm working with you guys. I have a job. I've been told to come help you guys.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Also,
I need you to help
These
these people.
dumbasses.
I gotta admit, you're probably like an important, like you came in like what, fifth level?
Fifth level.
Fifth level, yeah.
Fifth level. By the time you're fifth level in any clergy, you're pretty good there and pretty like you know, at least a mid-level member. You know.
I probably would have been helping deal with plague victims, but someone's like, "Hey, I got a friend. I need you to help with this specific thing because it's more important than just dealing with the problem. This is dealing with the source."
And honestly, you did run into some of those kind of things. The big discovery at the end of it, it seems as though this plague is not by chance. It seems the Church of Orgatha is behind it. And an infamous person who, guess what they do? Infect places with plague and watch people die.
Dude, I hate these people.
So basically, like, you know, cartoonishly evil church supervillain came in and was like, new plague for everybody.
But does he have a mustache and is he twirling it?
I think it's a she.
It is.
Does she have a mustache and is she twirling it?
And the answer to that is actually probably yes, but that's besides the point. So yeah, you investigated the wreckage of the Direption and found out that there was a member of the Church of Orgatha board who apparently was probably planning to escape the ship before it sunk, and hit their head and died.
What a loser.
I know.
Just make your reflex save.
Just make your reflex save and not fall down and hit your head on a thing that knocked...
That's more like don't roll a natural 1 on your reflex save while you're low on health.
I don't even think he took damage. I think he just knocked himself out by sudden shock and then just drowned.
What an idiot. What a loser.
And we probably took 1 damage. And then got knocked unconscious.
You probably failed a reflex save.
There
was blood on the corner.
Yeah.
So
True.
He probably...
he took damage.
If we go mechanically, he would have failed a reflex, fell over, and then failed the fort save to not be knocked unconscious. And then
when the water hits them, because they're unconscious, they're automatically drowning.
Yeah, so... there you go.
Yeah,
I mean...
that'll work.
So there's 3 things you've managed to finish up in town here. You've checked out the wreck. You've learned a important bit of information that, unfortunately, it's a big city, and you have nowhere near. So right now, probably you're still at the tail end of your meeting with Commander Croft, because you finished up with the disruption, and she was telling you about it. So she was arranging for you to go into the city, though, to look at the bodies and stuff into the quarantine zone.
Yeah, we wanted her to try and make it legit instead of so.
She is also going to look into the cult, the Church of Orgatha. If they've been flying under the radar, they might not be easy to see, and there is a plague going on, so even if they are the original source of the plague,
It's not helping now.
It's not helping now. Granted, finding them might be important for, like, hey, maybe they have some kind of cure. Yeah, you never know.
How suicidal are Orgothans?
Very.
Okay,
Usually-
then they might not have a cure.
Top-end people tend to be less suicidal than low-end people, because they have to, like, prove themselves to the upper-end people.
Okay.
Remember, he had a holy text of Orgatha that he had scribbled out the name of Orgatha and added in his, like, high priestess's name. So,
Yeah.
he was a simp for her and willing to probably die for her. The wayward boat captain of the Direction. I'm going to say its name. Well, I said it close enough. So, you can get your chance to rest up, post everything. Regain 5 hit points unless someone heals you, and get all your spells back.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't damaged.
Whoa, spells! I probably cast more than one.
I wasn't either.
I mean,
Because we were smart and spotted the eels.
the last time you
I
were
get-
damaged was with the plague rats, and then you healed
I
after
get all my
that. So,
uses of Draconic Aspect
True.
back. Yay! I only
It never
used
attacked
2.
me. I
Not
get
wrong.
2 spells back.
Huzzah.
Sweet.
I think the next thing we were going to be meeting up with, God, my brain is dead today.
Precedent?
Cressida, and seeing if we can get permission, if we got permission yet to go through
Yep.
quarantine.
Yeah, I'm gonna depart from the party for a moment, and if people want to come with me to the Grey, they can.
Oh,
Mhm.
depart. My brain, like, deep part. And I'm like, what is a deep part?
If people want to follow me to the Grey, they can. I have things I have to do there.
I mean...
Are you asking
I might
anyone
as-
to come?
Yeah, there would be an open invitation.
Okay, well then I'll
Question, where are you staying when your home is now in the quarantine zone?
You can hook up at the temple or whatever.
I don't know, where are you guys staying? Because your home's also in the quarantine zone.
Well,
My home's in the quarantine zone.
The house
I'm
you
staying with
Thousand Bones.
yeah, Thousand Bones.
Yeah, Thousand Bones.
he did invite you over. He did, look after you
Like
once you came to the
staying in
city.
Temple with some kind of cleric lady.
So
Mhm.
I'd probably bunk
I'm
up
sure we
with
have
them.
rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the invitation was to both of us, so.
There was originally an invitation to you, but because, Ada, you're new in the city, certainly you have an invite.
Screw it.
Just
Well,
take
More
it.
attacks.
Yeah, I would just ask because it's like my home's in quarantine. Can I stay with you guys for a little bit?
Hey, my home's in quarantine. Can I stay with you guys for a little bit?
piles of blankets I can roll around in?
So you can head for the Grey. What is your plans once you arrive at the Grey?
I'm gonna head to the Pharasma Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And locate dude whose name I sent you.
You did indeed send me his name. Marius Cosso.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you long to locate a Marius. I forgot to find an image for Marius, so we're just not
Yeah,
gonna...
that's fair. He's
Yeah.
a man.
Um,
He's a man of Chilaxian descent.
I could just have Cleric of Pharasma too and look one up quickly.
Yeah. He's a cleric.
Greetings. It's good to see you once more. Is there something I could do for you today?
Yes. I'm sure you've heard the goings on with the plague.
Of course. We've been doing what we can to help fight aspects of it, but of course it's difficult work.
We've made some discoveries that I feel you should be made aware of, and the church here as well. It's the work of a cleric of Orgotha.
Truly. That is disheartening to hear that.
Yes.
Has anybody been informed of this?
Yes, the guard has.
Have they made any plans to speak with the public on this?
We're not sure. While we are working close with them, there is a lot they do not tell us.
Here, I found a image of the dude.
Oh, image.
Mm-hmm. It's probably his hands aren't glowing right now. You know.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't see this
Why not?
image.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot to do this. Now I can show it to everybody.
Whoa, look at that man
Whoa.
with his
the man we
glowing
found dead?
hand.
What? He's gonna bad touch you.
He's got
Oh,
to heal me,
no.
and I'm gonna die.
He
That was
just
the man
handles
we
a
found.
lot of radiation.
That was the man we found dead, right?
No, that's
No.
the dude I'm talking to.
Oh,
You-
The
Oh, I see, like
backstory,
houses.
man.
Yeah. The dude you found dead was like had no face.
Yeah, his face was like eaten by eels or something.
Yeah.
right.
They found his face quite delicious, so he had a face
They
off.
usually do. Alright, calm down.
No face off for you.
Too bad. Anyway, so I can speak with others about the clergy if you wish, or I could keep this.
The
Confidential.
clergy should know. In my opinion, it'd be best if all of the churches know of this. I came to this one first for other reasons. I know a long time ago you've taught me a couple of things.
Yes.
I think it's time, perhaps given what we're facing, maybe seek the assistance of the temple more and perhaps join it.
We'd be glad to have you on. Of everything you told me, I have kept it confidential from the others, since you required much more unusual teachings. But certainly, yours is skills which could be of use in many of our fights. And your understanding of things is important. And I have seen your nature.
Yes, being somewhere between life and death does give a better outlook on dealing with them.
Certainly there will be prejudice amongst even my own congregation because of such things. But I'm aware that our leader here would be more than willing to hear your story and accept you. The fact is that there are those that walk between life and death that serve for Aasimar herself. Yours is an unusual case, but coming to us means that you're wishing to evolve beyond the curse of death. That is, or undeath, I should say, that is laid upon you. A choice not of your own. Come this way.
Alright, I'll follow.
He'll kind of turn to the rest of you. I assume you are.
Oh, did we come along?
The invitation was there.
Yeah. I said I
think
came.
did.
I assume Zardris came along.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Also,
I mean,
also
if everyone
Zardris
else
now
did, I
knows
would
that I'm
be in
half
the back.
undead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you said that you don't want healing because it does weird things to you.
It does
It's like-
hurt me.
And then I rolled really, really bad. I think I
Yeah.
rolled like a 1 or a 2.
It
so
was
I'm
a
like, huh,
really
that's
bad check.
weird.
So since this is not the time to call upon many normal members of the church, for this simple ritual, some witnesses would be appropriate. And you are friends, I assume, of owners.
Yes.
Then come. We'll take you into the inner sanctum to the current leader of the Church of Pharasma within Korvosa.
Steve.
Yes, a guy named Steve. Steve Stevenson.
No, it's Steve Stefan Stevenson.
Oh, true.
Bishop. Oh my, I'm gonna butcher this goddamn name. I have
yeah.
his fucking name. Oh my god, here. I'm gonna put this in the chat and then try my best.
You can always rename him.
No, it's great because these are Pathfinder names. So I'm gonna live with them and I'm gonna suffer through them just like you.
This dude is canonically important to the world.
And it's a she, but it's hard to tell from this picture because she's
Okay.
old
Very
and-
old person.
and very gender neutral.
Time to cast
Off
age.
camera. I will just use my mic.
Capita de Bear.
Oh hell yeah!
Bear.
Kapira de Bear.
Kapira de Bear.
Bear.
Bishop Kapira de Bear.
I'm just gonna call it a bear.
The Bears.
Of the Grand Cathedral of Pharasma
Mr.
in the
Bear.
Great District.
Bro, what a name.
Mrs. de Bear.
It'd be...
What the hell was Paizo
She's like a
on when they
frickin'
named
archbishop,
these
right?
people? Yeah, she's very important.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of names that I'd come up with. I usually just jam those together.
Oh my god,
Look.
she is ancient.
Yeah, she's a 13th level cleric, so she's got 7th level spells. She can do some pretty cool stuff.
I guess I can Google this and look at this crazy old lady.
Oh, I like how her lore doesn't really has like one sentence.
Apparently, she died though after this adventure path.
Hey, she was old, so it makes sense.
Yeah, because 4722 is after this adventure by a
Yeah.
little bit.
4722 is when like Shellax like falls apart.
So some context, right? And this is very meta right
They
now.
kill her in a novel.
This lady is level 13. She's
Yeah.
been alive for 1,000,000 years or whatever.
Mhm.
We're gonna get higher level than her in a shorter
Well,
amount
she
of time.
didn't go out and kill goblins all day.
Yeah,
She
and the
could
thing-
have.
and the thing is, it's sort of like there
she
isn't.
gained experience by healing people.
The thing
Yeah.
is, your average character that doesn't do anything crazy does gain levels, but very slowly.
This is why XP is very dumb, because every wizard school would be sending kids to slaughter goblins and kobolds.
I mean, they don't because it's like, most of them would come back dead because they're terrible at
But,
it.
but you send a master wizard with them
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
like level 5 or something. And
But
when
it
gets
technically
too
that-
dangerous,
Technically, that drops the amount of experience
no.
gained.
See,
Oh.
because they don't participate in any of the battles. They
Uh-huh.
just watch.
Uh-huh.
And then if the students start getting killed, then he steps
No.
in.
Teleport him out.
There is
So-
actually rules for curated battles, and it's called you don't gain experience for it.
Yeah. Adventurers are just built different, and also adventurers are psychopaths.
They really are.
I was forced to help you guys.
You're being paid to help us.
I
Probably.
mutilate the bodies for extra experience.
But
I'm
yeah,
probably being paid in room and board because I'm a friggin' priestess.
it's your
I
duty.
don't know how big Sarenrae's church is. I don't think it's nearly
I
as
don't
big
think-
as these other ones.
I think it's a big one.
It's probably medium sized. It's definitely not small.
Yeah.
But I don't think that. I think her biggest temples are not here. But
No,
I think there's one
they're
nearby.
elsewhere.
I just don't remember where it is. We had
Yeah.
Momo and I had a conversation about this, and you're telling me where all these towns are, and I'm like, okay, well that's where, and you're like, it's here. I'm like, where is that to here? And I just don't remember where all of them are.
Archbishop de Bear will greet you all when you arrive. Hello. It's good to see such young individuals. You'll be basically, before you enter,
Points at
briefly,
the celestial elf young.
Marius will kind of go inside and talk to her first before you come inside, and then you
Yeah.
will go and be introduced to her. And she's like, "So, I have been informed about you,
Who
Miss
pinged you
Vona
went live?
Movici. I did? Did it go? Did it not ping? Let me just check.
Did you not enter?
Did you not hit enter?
I forgot to hit the send now.
Because I was like, normally there's a ping.
I forgot because you have to hit it twice because it at everyone, and then you have to press send now for it. Because like
True.
it wants to be confirmed, and I forgot to hit the confirm.
You
on
have enough.
Discord.
You have enough people in your chat for it ask you to confirm.
In Discord. Yeah. It's been that way for a while. That wants me to confirm, but yeah, no. At least Twitter.com worked successfully. I'll give you
Sorry, it's
that.
X.com now.
No.
No,
Lies.
it's not. It will never be that.
Anyway, it's an interesting story that I heard from Marius. Certainly, I understand you've had hesitations and issues with your life. But know this. Those that seek to be of a greater service to the natural orders of death are always looked after. And whatever afflictions may be on your blood from your father, yes?
Yes.
Mean nothing to those that seek to do better. There's a balance in everything. And certainly, with your informing us about what is going on with the church, with the Orgothans, if they are the source of this plague. It seems as though, turning towards you, Zardris, she'll kind of look towards you and be like, seems at least though the Church of Sarenrae is informed on this.
Yes.
But those of Abadar must be informed too, since they are currently acting as a control
Oh, yeah, we didn't tell that guy yet, did we?
Nope.
Nope.
Rather than inform anyone, you should start with the current leader, Dob Tuttle, the Grand Banker himself.
I forgot he's called the Grand Banker.
Dob is a sharp man and will understand what it means that Orgothans are the original infectors of this plague. But he's also a shrewd man. Similar to what we do here, your average citizens do not hear of every outbreak of zombies, skeletons, ghouls, ghasts, and the like. But we are constantly at vigil and constantly fighting such creatures. If the common folk knew how many times the mass graves from centuries of bodies are corrupted, and that the grounds here with ancient dead from long ago, apologies to those that would have desecrated them, turning towards, of course, Khandes and Ada, very obviously Shuanti. It means there is blight and powerful energies that disrupt the natural order of the dead. We do our best to keep it in line, but the ever-battle is not informed of the public as very much. This case, the battle against the Orgothans might be a difficult thing to belay to the public. As of late, Korvosa has seen many unrest, has it not?
Yes.
I don't think telling the public in general would be a good idea.
At least not until the plague is gone and perhaps people have been rescued.
Agreed. It also could cause witch hunt in streets. More violence.
And while the plague still travels, plenty of individuals could spread it to these mobs in their anger. Alright, let's keep this simple.
Best to keep it quiet.
Indeed. She's going to actually ask for Bona to come forward. And it's a pretty simple ceremony, kind of like a set of prayers, words of dedication to the faith, that you're basically, because of the nature of what's going on and everything, and you're not the kind to necessarily be a priest in a temple, a priestess in a temple, I should say. You are given a holy symbol of Pharasma, one that they carry here, and given the option to stay within the church here, to use its literature, to learn from it, and to continue studies as more of a priestess, or at least to spread the words and stuff like that, and options to given a basic, probably a copy, a simple copy of a holy text and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
The ritual doesn't take too long. They don't have a lot of time. But afterwards, she's like, my first task to you, and my favor I would ask of you, servant of Sarenrae, as representatives of two of the major faiths, Grand Banker Tuttle must be informed about what is going on with your gardens. You organized who in amongst the clergy needs to know, and also who might be able to keep a lookout then for signs of where they've been spreading this infection.
It will be done.
Thank you. Marius?
In the Church of Abadar, who can help.
I'll give a polite bow.
She'll return back to her work, which is plenty at this point in time. Honestly speaking, there's plenty of bodies that need to be made sure they're not spreading plague and either buried or burned at this point in time. It's a lot busier than normal.
Imagine one day having to be able to have remove disease and lesser restoration and delay disease and remove sickness not prepared.
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of those just don't work on corpses.
No, they don't. Corpses aren't people.
Yeah.
The cleansing fire will deal with it, though.
Yeah.
Also, diagnose disease works on objects.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell what disease it has.
You can't cure an object, though.
No, it can't cure the object.
It's like, ha!
I'm pretty sure they already know what disease.
well, no. Sometimes you're like, well, who did this one die of? That's Bloodveil, that's Bloodveil. That's not Bloodveil. That guy died of syphilis. Ah, guess we don't have to burn him.
He can go into the pumpers pile.
Into the graves with you.
Anyway. So, what's your plan now? You have completed your, you are now officially a member of the clergy of, Pharasma. Though, if you wanted to, you could take levels of Cleric, but I don't think you're going to.
No, I don't. I have no wisdom.
Yeah.
Imagine having wisdom.
Look, there's only so many people can go down the Mystic Theurge path.
All intelligence.
Anyway.
I bet there's an intelligence cleric you could build. Because it's Pathfinder.
There might be an archetype for it.
There might be, but it's fine. We don't need that right now.
It's not going to help me go down Lore Master anyways.
So.
Is that a fighter one?
Lore Master is a prestige class for Wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's also an archetype fighter called Lore Master, I think.
It's like something similar to that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So what do you want to do now?
I think we go to the Abadar Temple as
All right.
official representatives.
Yeah, you definitely can. You have, you're probably given, a letter, I assume, too. She'll, write one up and send along with you just to make sure everything goes smoothly. And you can head to the Bank of Abadar and certainly get a meeting with Ashani once more. Ah, my friends. It's good to see you again. Is there some kind of update or information that, or anything you're looking into? I'm afraid that I have not found anything else new on my end.
I would present the letter. We need to speak with the Grand Banker.
I will take this to Grand Banker Tuttle and inform him of your need to meet with him. He'll do so and return and arrange for you to meet Tuttle. I have had this man's image ready in case you talk to him, because you did have an option earlier, and you guys did not. You just worked with your guy there, but that's fine. Let me show you Tuttle here. There you go.
That's a man.
It's a man.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a Tuttle.
Yeah.
That person looks like a Darb.
He does look
It's Darb.
Darb.
He do be having the name Darb.
Hi, I'm Darb.
So, I've seen the letter that,
Also love the victim.
yes. Whoop. I could do that there. I've seen the letter that the Bishop DeBar has sent. Is everything stated in that letter true?
Yes.
As far as we know.
Yes.
As far as our information points, I will actually pull out the book we found on the ship and place it on like a table.
He's going to kind of page through it. If you wish, we can take this off your hands, unless most churches would probably destroy it.
It would likely be for the best to be locked away and studied, rather than destroyed.
That's generally the idea with a lot of things here with Abadar.
Since
I'll-
it might be of use immediately.
I'll inform Priest Atari and grant you a reward for recovering such a thing. It's only appropriate. This is a very rare material indeed. Not only are there very few copies, but also, even with its debasement, it's still in quite good shape. And it is mostly complete, from what I can see. Indeed, if servants of Orgoth are the ones that brought the plague to the city, it does not necessarily mean they can continue to spread it, nor that they remained. But it is something to be on vigil about. The madness of Orgothans is infamous in certain ways, and certainly there are plenty of them that cause these kind of effects. I recognize this name here. The infamy is well known. So it leaves us with a task here, a difficult one. What to do? And Dacian is certainly a difficult opponent. But whether she will be here in the city or not, or her men, her servants will be, is a question. Nonetheless, it might be too little too late to learn of their attempts here. The plague is in full wind. Sections of the city are under quarantine. And we're stretched trying to keep things under control.
Yes, with the news of the quarantine in Old Korvosa, and to my understanding that's where the plague has been the worst, that may be the best place to start our search. We're heading in there anyways, when we get the legal authority to do so.
I was informed that you were doing things to look into the source of the plague and various smaller problems we couldn't take care of. These problems may link to the cult. Orgothans are the city, I doubt they're quiet, whatever they're doing. Hopefully, something you end up doing will allow you to find out more about them. And grant you some level of notice on where they are and what they're doing. If you feel you are capable, remove them from the city. Do not inform the guards or anybody else. This is a matter of utmost importance that they are removed quickly and efficiently. If you need assistance, come to us first.
Yes, enemies such as this cannot be suffered.
The guards can assist you normally, and this is a matter for both the law, but this is a law of Abadar. This is a religious war, a battle between those that would use the powers of their gods. You do seem capable, but I would be much... And if you do feel like you can do something about it, please do. The longer we wait, the more they may plan something else. But I can confer with the heads of the other major temples and a few of the minor ones. If you do require our assistance, it may take a little time, but we could assemble an elite force of our most powerful members.
We'll keep that in mind, should we find a headquarters of Dracovins.
It does pain me to force this upon you, as I would rather keep things to a degree civil with the way things work here. If all would be right and easy, our group of individuals would get together. We would inform the captain of the guards and perhaps the head of the Grey Maidens, asking for their same assistance at that point in time, before organizing a strike joint between them at that moment. To wipe them out. But I am also practical and smart, and understand when things are stretched thin. Hence why I am giving you authority under my name to remove them. But this will only act for this one thing.
Get that in writing.
That can be arranged. If you actually ask for writing, it could be arranged. It's fucking they're waffle.
yeah.
That was in
Yeah.
character. Yeah, no, that was in character.
Yes, of course.
I'm not
But
going
no-
to do some kind of like holy act and be all like, the priest said we could, and then they're like, no, we didn't.
But also know
we
this.
want a piece of paper.
The Orgothans are seen as, and oftentimes not allowed in most major cities. Certainly Korvosa fills a edge of things. The rules are hard sometimes. If their actions brought about the plague, they are criminals that need to be punished. But also know, my authority only subsedes things to a degree. Especially with the Queen's new organization of fighters that have been doing a very good job of maintaining peace. Be careful with your actions, if you commit on your own.
Understood.
You still walk a fine line between the order of the city and the order I give you. All right. I wish you luck. If we find anything else that could be sent to you, I will inform Priest Datari. He will know of the circumstances and know that his place in all this, and be able to tell you. Alright, and that will be that. Remember, you get, for the book, 1,500 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Total or each?
Total. The book's not that expensive.
It says 300 each.
I-
Make
well-
sure someone adds something to the tab
300
sheet.
Money.
I don't know who has control over tab sheet.
You, the DM, does.
Oh, just me. Tab sheet, where are you? We had to give you 300 gold.
Woohoo.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Tav has more gold.
Drop it like it's hot.
Alright. Alright. So, we can skip ahead to you meeting with Cressida Croft after she has spoken with the Grey Maidens and those in charge of the quarantine, if you wish, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do in the meantime.
I'm not too sure if there's anything I need to do.
No, I think we need to meet with Croft and get that situated as quick as possible.
Yeah, nothing I can think of for now.
Okay.
Because we held off on it before, and now it's under quarantine.
Yeah. So, you can head up and meet with Commander Croft, and she'll be like, I managed to speak with the Grey Maidens. I have been able to arrange your access to the quarantine zone, but not without some stipulations.
Such as?
I originally suggested a member of my own guard to escort you, as much as I trust you. Certainly speaking, you do act outside the purview of the law. Your reputation still remains with the Queen, fortunately, meaning the Grey Maidens recognize who you are. But it also means that they are of a more belief that the situations around the riots were much more important for individuals such as yourself. This they feel like it is less important. Still, I have informed them that with how things have been going, it's been very difficult to have people that are trained enough to deal with the threats of plague and be willing to go into a quarantine zone where there is issues and possibly seek infection. I have one such man who volunteered to accompany you. They'll also be sending one of their own members with you. So, you'll have 2 babysitters. One sent by me and one sent by them. I'm sorry, but it's the best I could do. Keep in mind that the Grey Maidens are much more directly or going under the Queen. As things are now, your actions under her watch will be much more scrutinized by anything under my watch. Just keep that in mind. I can forgive messiness. I'm not sure the higher-ups in nobility can do that right now.
I understand.
Say what we can.
We discussed the easiest way in and out, and one of the official ships that have been guarding the harbor will take you across and land you. Your group will have 1 day, and then you are to return. Both the member of the Grey Maidens and my guardsmen will be aware of this fact.
Not a lot.
I have been fortunate enough to mention that there are personal connections some of you do have to the area. And if things are taken care of in a timely manner, the possibility of taking care of personal things before time is up would be possibly allowed. In that case, my guardsmen would accompany you. The Grey Maiden would wait for you at the area that you will be picked up from.
I see.
Oh, I'm picking up what she's putting down.
Mhm.
The character.
Yeah.
Be careful, as questions will be most likely asked. And there are individuals that still enter the quarantine zone under purview that may look into things if anything suspicious happens. If you have something to pick up from your house you have there, perhaps family members you'd wish to check up on and make sure are being safe and under quarantine. Fortunately, a friend of yours from the Church of Abadar, with some greasing by myself from a personal account, will make sure to cast some magic on all of you to make sure you're well after you return. But you also might be watched after to ensure none of you are infected. The Queen's doctors really are the only ones that have access currently, as they're seen as being more trained to avoid the plague at this moment. They are rarely accompanied by my guards and sometimes accompanied by Grey Maidens. So, you're getting unprecedented access. Congratulations.
Well, it's just luck. We will need it. A lot that will need to be done in a short amount of time.
All right. So, you will be accompanied by two individuals. One, the guard that's accompanying you is Latte Pacia. And, what are their surnames for the Grey Maidens? I have to find that out, because she only goes by her last name.
I mean, it's either late or latte, which either way.
It's a Chilaxian name, okay? I looked up some Chilaxian names, and I got that one there. So just blame them.
You're a hot drink.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have two T's in it, so it's not latte.
It'd be late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So, yeah.
Does she arrive?
You will be meeting with the, so Late will be with you. He'll come and step up. He seems to be an older gentleman, probably like, late Middle Ages. Seems to have seen a lot of stuff. He'll introduce himself, let him know, like, look, I volunteered to join you with this, as I don't have a lot to lose, and it does seem like you're doing something important here. Don't have any really family that would miss me. Plenty of friends that would. But if the worst comes, and we get affected by whatever's going on.
Safe.
I mean, can you keep everybody safe from getting sick? That's what I'm more worried about.
That is the main concern. For all of us. To try not to touch anything or anyone. And if you do, be careful.
that's why I have long hammer. Don't have to touch anyone.
I just joined the Pharasmites. I'd be very sad if I had to bury some of you tomorrow.
Thanks. You will eventually go to where you're supposed to meet with the ship, and you will meet with your Grey Maiden escort, dressed in the same outfits as you've seen before for the Grey Maidens, the red silken plate mail And she'll, in a very gruff voice, she'll be like, kind of like looking down at all of you, kind of just like, you can't see her because she's got the helmet on and everything, but she's definitely kind of feeling that she kind of like is like looking over all of you. Knight Varus, I'll be accompanying you. Personally, I think this is a wild chase that won't result in anything, but it seems as though your support with the commander of the guards is enough to warrant people above me to believe someone needs to check on it. Let's keep this short. If there is nothing going on, we shall leave. If there is something, well, we'll make the decisions then. Understood?
I'll give a nod.
Understood.
She'll kind of move to the small boat that's going to take you to the ship. Basically, you're going to take a boat over to the ship. It's going to take you across to a one of the relatively good docks where against you'll be kind of like lowered and taken on boat to there, and then
I'm giving her a bit of a glare. I don't like her.
I assume we have a map of Old Korvosa.
Generally speaking, you do know where you are going to within Old Korvosa.
Point out the alleyway we have to investigate is the place we need to start.
Yeah. It is Racker's Alley. So, it does. Oh, sorry, I didn't press enter. There you go, Knight Varus.
Knight Varus, huh?
Mm-hmm. Again, she looks just like a standard Grey Maiden, so there's no like extra looking at anything.
Fair.
I'll just put this over.
I just thought it was funny when you first started saying she's looking down at us. I'm like, I don't think she's looking down at me.
Is she over 6 feet tall?
Actually, might be in the armor and stuff too.
I'm
Definitely.
6'8".
I'm only 6'1".
I'm 5'5".
What a shorty.
I'm average height.
I might get 1 whole inch from boots, but probably not.
You could have platform boots.
I don't want platform boots.
Sure.
Those are dangerous.
And there for chat, there's a Grey Maiden again. So there's generally what they look like. There you go. Okay, so it doesn't take long to head toward Racker's Alley. In fact, it is not a difficult trek at all. Certainly the effects of the quarantine are felt in this area of the city. A lot of places are like closed up, windows are boarded up. You don't see a lot of people out on the streets at all. People are huddling in homes, especially during the day. And certainly, your entourage does keep a number of people away. No one really wants to get close to you. You have a Grey Maiden with you.
Yeah. We don't even want to be with the Grey Maiden, so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't take you long to reach the area of Racker's Alley. High walls surround the buildings, throw this kind of awkwardly bent alley into a constant shadow. The place is littered with garbage and filth. But, honestly speaking, it isn't the most stomach-turning thing here. A trail in this rundown sideways, because heaped against a bent wooden wall rises a pile of more than 3 dozen bodies. Faces blistered and flusters, eyes open and staring.
Well, I think
The
we
area-
know why this area is getting so much disease.
The area reeks of death. Well, you knew this kind of thing was happening, that like bodies were being left around. The area.
No, but it's like.
Yeah.
But also, it's in the poorest part of the city, so pickpockets are going to probably try to go through the dead bodies, which are going to touch them and cause more.
I put on my cool mask.
I also have a mask.
It smells here, and some of the rot on these corpses do show that it's been days since they've been here.
Yeah.
There is something a little unusual, though, that you'll notice at even easy glance.
Okay, I was gonna say I can make a perception check.
Yeah,
if you want.
some of the
I can take
bodies
a
are
10 and get
actually
a 24.
a little bit paler to those compared to those that have obviously succumbed to the sickness. Yeah, if you want to make a perception check.
Sure.
I'll click this button. We'll see if I can roll.
Okay. You do.
Good
So,
Ooh.
the two
Yeah.
of you, you're trying to keep from getting close. It's a pile of, like, plague corpses, of course.
I can
But
use
you're-
my lucerne hammer to kind of move things if I need to.
You're kind of like, you know,
Have
like,
I ever rolled well on perception?
No.
but maybe not your hammer, but, like, using, like, a stick nearby or something to, like, move a
Yeah.
body if you need to or something. You'll actually both of, like, as you kind of, like, look around. Ada, you're not really going to see anything. You're not going to notice it. But, Zardris, Khandes, you certainly will notice something that is very interesting and very disturbing. Probably much more to Zardris than it is to Khandes, who will probably not understand what they're seeing. Yeah. It seems that many of these bodies are drained of their blood. Half of them
Is
bear signs of
there-
no blood at all.
Is there obvious, like, neck wounds?
Some of them have a pair of puncture wounds on their necks, wrists, or inner thighs.
Are plague vampires a thing? I feel like that's a thing. I'll point out the
Plague.
drained men and women that have been.
I mean, you can both roll a religion check. Anybody that has religion can roll.
I have religion.
No, I can't roll good. Sorry.
No.
Oh, I'm rolling so
That
well.
sounds like something vampiric. Whether it's an actual vampire or one of the other vampire-type creatures. Yeah. It sounds like a vampire of some kind.
I was gonna say the vampire should have advantage
I mean,
on vampire check.
I look
they're a
good.
type of vampire that drains, like, emotions and
I
stuff.
drain people's charisma, not blood.
Yeah.
I drink emotions.
You drink emotions. You a succubus?
Oh God, what's his name?
There is a
Sorry.
hole in a wall nearby that leads inside to one of the buildings that seems to be pretty close to this mass of bodies.
Well, ready to get ambushed.
There's a lot of
Take a look in the hole.
flies. There's rats here that are gorging themselves on the corpses, probably getting the plague and spreading it, you know.
I know we have to come here for important reasons, but this place is pretty awful.
Yes, it's not a great place to live.
I look in the hole.
I feel it's common knowledge in the city.
Okay. Yeah.
If I need to avoid getting too close to things, I can like fly up onto the roof and look down from above.
I mean,
Like,
the
look at
hole
the-
is like
over
a
that
hole, because these are buildings here on either side. There's like an alley between two buildings. There's a hole in one of the
Hole
nearby
in a
buildings.
wall.
You can see that there is dozens of glass eyes, crooked and crazed, glare from the heads of malformed and carved dolls, lining skewed workroom shelves. There's
That's
rat,
fireball.
Hate
Yeah.
that.
I'm
rat
not
gnawed
gonna
stuffed
waste
aurochs,
a
disembodied
spell on creepy
dollings.
dolls.
Miniature rolling elephants, unseaworthy miniature wooden ships, and blocks illustrated with deformed or poorly painted animals that fill bins and racks of this room. A cracked lit wooden door on the north side of this room leads to the north, while a rickety trap door breaks from a sawdust-covered floor in the east. In one corner lies a drying corpse of an old bald man amid the wood chips, rusty tools, oil rags, and the scored wood bench. His body's not hidden, you can notice it. You know, there's a corpse over there.
Is he like drained?
Do I know this building?
Give me a local check.
I was born and raised here.
Yeah.
So.
I don't have local.
I know this area. I'll try.
great.
Oh, yeah,
32
you
on
do.
useless
Oh
information.
Jesus Christ!
Hell yeah.
You would know this is, I'm going to put this into chat
Why
because
can't I roll good on useful checks?
this is the workshop of Gatordi's Toys, which shut down some years ago. It's a,
Oh, tell us why they shut down.
poor? No money? People died? I don't know. I actually don't
Bad
know why.
craftsmanship.
Is it that they made children into toys?
I mean, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm also not saying it is.
I think several of my childhood toys were from here.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for your childhood.
Yeah, it's a rundown shop here. That probably been all but forgotten.
Well, it's
Oh no,
all
this
in it
this.
now.
Oh hey, no, you were. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it probably was still open. That corpse is of Rodolfo Gitori over there in the corner. Since you made that local check and you see him over there. Oh, yeah, there's good old Rodolfo. He's very dead now. Guess he's not making toys.
Oh,
Is he perhaps
that's a shame.
drank?
If you want to go inside and investigate.
Yeah.
I'll go in cautiously behind
Mhm.
Zardris.
I'll follow in case.
I'll make sure
Yeah,
my
also-
shield is
also
out
going in.
so I don't get ambushed by a vampire and drank.
Give me
By
a
a plague
perception
vampire.
check.
Perception check.
I'll make a
Hell
perception.
All
yeah.
of us? Can I roll too?
Yeah,
Oh,
you can roll
that's
too.
not
All of you
good.
can-
I
all
rolled
of
a
you can roll.
5.
Well, that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Oh, oh no.
Okay.
23's okay.
19.
23.
Okay.
You're about to get drank.
I think
So-
I'm gonna get drank.
Mm-hmm. Let me check something else here. Okay, I don't know about that. Let's see.
At least my flat-footed ace.
All right,
Had-
so good news and bad news. Good
Hell yeah.
news is there are 4 beings kind of up in the kind of ceiling area of this room
Of
here,
course there are.
Oh,
seemingly
hell yeah.
seemingly asleep.
Oh, dope.
Oh,
The bad news is there are 4 things in this room up in the ceiling, seemingly asleep.
You know, maybe you were right about that fireball.
So
How
got-
high
you got
is
a-
the ceiling?
you got a lot of religion last time, Zardis, so I will tell you, these are 4 vampire spawns.
Yeah, I figured they were some kind of vampire, being that they're up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
How high is the ceiling?
Yeah, how high? is the
Slightly
ceiling?
vaulted, maybe like 12. Like they're kind of like positioned up in like some rafters, so they're just above the 10-foot mark, you know. That they kind of were like out of sight. So they're up above the floor in a place that's a little bit more out of the way during the day, you know, resting.
Yeah.
I'm going to sneak back to the hole in the wall, sneak backwards, and
Yeah.
wave down the Grey Maiden and be like, "Yeah, vampires."
Well, I'm also going to whisper and suggest maybe make holes in roof, sunlight come in.
Unfortunately, it'd be very difficult. The building here, you'd have to go.
We
there's,
have
like,
someone who flies.
I mean, like it's a multi-story building.
Yeah.
Multi-story building, and like this entire area is very shaded. In fact, that makes sense in this area. Probably, like,
Wait.
I'm gonna give Zardis. If the vampires wake up, they'd be perfectly fine in this area, even out into the alley without touching sunlight. So they have a pretty wide area of attack if they wake up.
Reflective surfaces.
I don't get that till next. I get that
um,
next level. Dang it! I can
I
make
mean-
my claws ignore durability of
I
things.
can cast daylight on them, technically, but, you know,
I assume we are having this conversation as we've
outside.
easily left the hole.
Yeah.
Slowly leave.
Yes, it's fine.
Slowly
I-
sneak back out.
If things go bad, I may be able to seize control of them.
Unless there's a more powerful vampire already seizing control of them.
Well, it'd be a bit unlikely, but it shouldn't
There is
matter.
There's a trapdoor in the floor. There could be more below.
My studies into undeath do allow me to seize control of any undead, regardless of what it is.
Well, they're not full-powered vampires.
What are their weaknesses?
Fire, maybe?
Well, the obvious
Sunlight?
sunlight.
I mean, fire I could help with.
We
for a
shouldn't
short time.
burn the building down.
I will tell you again. Under the daylight spell, despite its name, it is not equivalent
Yeah, I
of
read it.
actual
It's not-
daylight.
it's
Yeah.
not sunlight.
It doesn't count as daylight. It
Th-
just
I think there is a
gives-
higher level light spell
There
which
is a
does.
sunlight spell.
Yeah.
It gives penalties if penalized by being in daylight, but it wouldn't do damage.
I do think they would be penalized by being in daylight. But,
yeah.
But yes, it might just weaken them. So.
Hey, everything
Reflected-
helps.
does
Creatures
ref-
that take
does
penalties in
reflect-
bright light take them within 60-foot radius. So if they do take penalties to bright light, they will take penalties.
Yeah.
But it
I'm
won't
talking
do
weapon
to them.
damage.
It's not fun.
What kind of weapons hurt them?
I
I'm
presume
refusing
anything.
to look up a stat block because I
I-
don't think I know that much.
What do I know about
I know.
vampire
No,
spawn?
I'm.
What do I roll?
I mean,
It would be a religion check, so.
There you
Nope. Sorry, can't roll anything useful, guys. I can only roll the names of point shots.
You probably
I
know
feel
some of the you rolled pretty well about like vampire stuff before, so you probably know some of the basic things. They drain blood. You
I
know.
feel like the vampire spawn, who might have been looking into this, should know a little bit.
I'm not a vampire spawn.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not a vampire
well,
either.
vampire child is what I meant by spawn.
Yes, I understood what you meant. I understood what you meant as the joke about it. Silver, you need to hit them. I mean, that's like kind of the basics. Like, you need silver to damage them.
go. Right.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you probably really aren't aware of any other
Yeah.
things. I mean, like, let's see here. They do recoil to like holy symbols.
I
They don't
have
really
those.
harm them, but you recoil to them if you really want to like use the tap. Like you kind of like, you know, put it up there.
I have a shield with a holy symbol on it.
It just keeps them back for like a turn, though.
You have to like probably thrust it at him, taking an action.
Yeah, it's kind of like, aha, away with you.
Yeah, I got +1 weapons, but I don't have anything silver.
What's
I have a master weapon. I'm not really.
plan?
My claws
Paid
count
to
as
use it.
silver.
I think I have to also look up vampire weaknesses because, god damn it, they're also a
Right.
vampire and fucking.
My
Vampire.
spells need not overcome any physical durabilities of creatures.
I can cast a cool fire spell on them.
I
Here we
will
go,
say
vampire
though,
weaknesses.
energy damage tends to not have to bypass through silver bypass. So.
They probably
So the
aren't
thing is-
resistant to fire.
I mean, they definitely don't like fire.
Most likely, like the daylight spell would stagger them for a round, basically,
Yeah, I figured. I mean,
because it
I'll
can't
tell you right
destroy
now.
them and you recover.
I
Um,
know it probably won't do sun, but I know it'll have an effect.
You can stake them in the heart.
Yep.
Yeah, why don't you just fly up there and stake them?
I mean, it also would probably be very loud to stake them unless you want
I
to
am
coordinate.
being incredibly sarcastic. I think we
Four
should
staking at the same time.
fireball them. If we just stand in the doorway hole, and then I just fireball all of them, and then we fight them in the street, hopefully.
As I said, if need be, I can attempt to seize control of them and make them.
And I
Well, they would fail their reflex saves. I'm going to tell you that they're unconscious.
It's a
Hell
good,
yeah.
I would say it's a good start, and perhaps we can, and I can charge in afterwards if necessary. I know that my claws are special. I know they can attack. They can hurt a lot of things.
All right, let me actually. I didn't set up
Uh-oh.
the videos for the battle map, but let me set up the battle map. It'll be a little. Three of us are there. The others, it's the rest is scuff a little bit.
Fair
Uh,
enough. You know,
But I did
That's
set up
fine,
this
who
bro.
of
nice.
us don't have videos?
Oh crap! I didn't actually.
Oh yeah, the three people with video are the.
Convenient.
Well,
I didn't put this out here. Didn't I? I thought I
I
did.
sometimes have video.
Except for
Not always, though.
Joe is.
I'm apparently Tantus right now.
I didn't move this
Oh.
around.
You
I'll
are
move us-
GM Joe, what happens to the vampires?
They
I don't know.
implode.
He moved.
Hell yeah. How much
Lightning and I are Lightning and I are sharing a square.
We're sharing many squares, actually.
That's
Yeah.
true.
There we go. And technically, this one hasn't been corrected for. I forgot to correct this one for new person.
That
Yes.
was Lucia person.
I'll just be Tavel.
You sound like a loser.
I'll just be Tav.
Oh, you're Tav from Baldur's Gate 3? Damn.
Yeah.
You level 12 yet?
Yeah.
Level 12 5e character, which would get absolutely bodied in Pathfinder?
I mean, not against level 5 enemies.
Yeah.
Never fix it. Alright.
Especially with the amount of spells if you have a caster.
I'll put us
Or
back
if
over
you're
here
a
for a
bard.
second. While I figure this out. Why don't we take a break if you're gonna blow them up? Actually, this is a good time. I just forgot. I had most of this set up. I forgot I actually hadn't put the map together accidentally. So let me do that quickly.
Oopsies.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm down for a break.
Yeah.
Woo!
So if you snack, drink, bathroom break, go ahead and do them, and we'll be back in a little bit.
All 3, please.
No. Alright, we're back. Okay, I'm going to switch us over to here. I didn't fix with the cameras, but whatever. I at least fixed the map up and all that stuff like that.
No.
It's fine. I'm going to roll. So what is your
Fix the people who
plan?
matter.
What is the plan?
Yeah.
I step next to this hole here.
Uh-huh.
I cast Fireball, and then I walk away.
I'm gonna roll initiative.
I feel like they'll be surprised.
Yeah, but we still need no initiative.
I'm gonna roll
Yeah,
and
yeah,
have initiative rolled and readied.
Ooh.
Tied.
Oh, great.
I go at 7.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Mm.
It's fine.
Do any of you have holy water?
No.
Ooh.
Right
Probably.
then.
I think I bought some when
Hmm.
we were fighting other undead.
I did not bother.
Yeah, I,
I
have holy
can
water.
make holy water.
Okay,
Wasn't
cool.
expecting to fight vampires.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, you know,
How
would
we
you
would
know,
permanently
and
destroy
what is the actual permanent way to kill a vampire? Let me just get this for a
I
second.
feel like the cleric whose faith
Cut
is
its head off?
anti-undead would probably know that.
That is
Yeah,
one of the biggest things we do, is kill undead.
yeah. There's additional damage dealt to a vampire spawn forced into gadget's form has no. Oh, okay, okay. So yes.
It might not matter because they're spawn. I don't know the difference in the Pathfinder versions.
They still are hard to kill.
Your spawn
I'm
in
sure.
5e are just kind of trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little
All right.
trash loops.
You've all rolled initiative. I'll just. Let me
Maybe
color
split these
code
guys
them.
up.
I'm going to roll them each individually because they could be mean.
These guys are tougher enemies. They're not little rat men.
Well,
Well,
they do some nasty things more than anything. So
I got an idea. If we down one, we could have Ada just fly it up into the sky.
Drop it.
No, until it
Awful.
reaches.
when they reach 0, they turn it. They turn to gaseous form,
Oh.
so you can't unconscious them.
Ah.
You can't
Yeah.
unconscious a vampire. You have to find his coffin home and destroy it there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
I
Zardris,
wasn't
you
sure
do
if that was
have
a
the
spawn or not.
initiative, but all of you
Yeah.
will technically have a surprise round anyway.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and fireball.
I'm just looking at the spell. So a lot of the spells by default will have damage checked, and then in the description they have the
They roll the damage twice. For
yeah.
whatever
They,
weird
they
reason.
put the script or whatever in there as well. So I was gonna like delete one of them, so it doesn't roll. Is basically what I was doing before I cast.
Mhm.
So it doesn't get like dumb. Blood.
Dumber than it needs to be.
I rolled so bad.
That's real bad.
Yeah, that's what the heck.
That is awful.
That is very much below average.
Gross.
Yep.
Yeah. So, sure, they will each take 12 fire damage. All right.
Now, it's surprise rounds are you just get like an action, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ada, are you doing anything to surprise?
You just get one action, but nothing else.
Yes. A move or an action. You basically have like
I might as well jump in to protect.
Okay.
Because I is tank.
Yeah. Ivona.
Let me look at the situation here.
Mm-hmm.
They're also up like 10 feet or something.
They're up 10 feet. I read a spell.
Okay.
I mean, that's literally why I just jumped in front, because it's like, well, you have to run past me to hit anyone else.
I cast a... Sorry, I have to re-prep spells because I didn't prep stuff for combat.
Okay.
Actually, do you want me to move in one step further so that way you can get in, Khandes?
Khandes
Well,
can
they're
just
on the
move by.
ceiling. I
Yeah.
can move past both of you.
I
can go to the middle of the room in a nunchuck.
On Khandes, I will cast Unerring Weapon.
Okay.
And that is my surprise.
Okay. Khandes.
So you have a +2 on attack rolls to confirm crits.
Oh, I guess I'm going to move into the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shouldn't it be a +3 because the caster level?
Hold on, let me see when does it move. Yeah, it would be
Every
+3.
4 levels.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, my goal is to prevent the casters from vampires from running to the casters. So
Okay.
I am wearing armor.
I'm not. I have mage armor technically.
Let's see. I just got to check something.
I mean, yeah, you're probably slightly more survivable as a cleric than the wizard.
I have 29 HP.
I have more than that.
I'm a wizard. Hi. I'm a wizard who's rolled average every level.
I think I rolled max for my level up, my 5th level.
I wish I did.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
think I
good.
rolled above average once.
Okay, I just needed to double check something. So, I am going to Blood Rage,
Mm-hmm.
which means I enlarge. Yep, thank you.
You
And-
Can you do that on surprise?
It's a free action.
Oh, it's a free action.
Yeah, free. You can still do free and swift actions. That is an
I-
option.
I didn't know it was a free action for you to do that.
As a swift action, I am going to flame on.
Ah.
Yeah, as a swift, then I'll activate my
Okay.
Because that's what I had to look up. I'm like, what is both of these technically?
All right, Zardris, you exploded a room. There are still some dudes up at a ceiling who seem very honestly noticing that something's going on now.
I mean, they got
I'm also-
exploded on.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a cool this thing.
Hell yeah.
My AC so high.
Daylight. Or
Oh right, I have new armor. That's why. My
All
brain
right.
was like.
I am glowing.
Okay.
I haven't fought since I got
Well,
my new armor.
let's see here. You.
Man, that's like not just like a pile of bodies. It's a trail of bodies.
I
Free
guess.
if they take penalties, they would take them within 60 feet.
They're
They're
technically
definitely within 60 feet.
they're staggered for a round. That's what we said, because normally they're staggered for a round and then destroyed. They can't be destroyed, so they're just like, ah!
Pain and suffering.
Yeah.
I also
Um,
probably wince at that, but I'm not actually affected.
I mean, again, I just said they were staggered for a round, so that just means they basically get a secondary surprise round where they can either move or act.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much prone, so they have to kind of like move to non-prone position to like
Yeah.
fight. Really, I mean, one of them could take a -4 and try to claw at Khandes, but I mean, they probably would try to get up, honestly. So.
Yeah, I feel like get up and then get onto the floor is probably.
Do you- I mean, like, do you want to get an attack of opportunity against this guy? He's gonna, like, move. And probably drop
Sure.
down.
Yeah,
Sure.
Give me 1 second. I'm just.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk.
That's his action this turn, because you ate up all the rest of his ability to do stuff.
Suck it,
Fuck.
vampires.
Yeah,
Okay.
Daylight
now
was
we
good here.
focus one and then really try and get the action economy set up so that
I
way we
dare
focus
you to
one
bite
down.
me.
It's gonna just explode.
And then for me it's you don't bite me, I bite you.
Stop biting vampires. It's weird.
Fuck that.
Okay. Technically, this attack will also have additional 2 because I took the feat that allows me my first power attack in a round doesn't give me the penalty.
Okay.
So,
Oh, there's a feat for that? That's cool.
There is.
Yeah.
In Pathfinder, there's a feat for everything.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of
That's
power attack feats.
Fair.
If it exists,
I mean,
you
you
can
literally
just take a feed for it.
Yeah, the description you made earlier was pretty apt. It's basically like every feat is basically just to get around a single rule.
Yep.
Yep. That is
Alright.
half of the feats in the game.
So let me roll my attack.
Get around a single roll or get a +1 to something.
Sometimes it's a plus
Sometimes
two.
+2.
Yeah.
So 24 technically.
24
yeah.
technically. 24 will hit this dude.
Get bonked.
And he takes a bunch of damage. Oh, did that? Oh, it didn't roll. Oh, I forgot
you
to
have,
click. There's
20.
another D6. Give me a second to fire.
Oh, you
Because
forgot to click the fire.
I forgot to click that, so I'm just gonna roll a separate D6. 5. There you go.
Math it out for a second. So, oh, okay, that makes it easy. All right, Ada.
Wait, how did he go before me?
It was an attack of opportunity.
Oh, right. You're
Yeah.
right.
So that one
Well,
got up and dropped down.
Well, I might as well 5 foot step. You know, actually 5 foot
Can you
step.
put like little
Might as
wings
well-
on the ones that are above us?
Sure. The ones that are above
That would
you.
be
Right.
helpful.
I mean, they're gonna drop down, but I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
but
for
like-
right now.
Yeah.
Because one of them went
that's a
down.
better-
I'm assuming it was the red one.
Red.
Yeah, red
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, red went down. And I'm gonna bite the red.
Take that, Red.
Let's do.
Well, if you 5 foot step, if you get multiple attacks, you get multiple attacks. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I can do bite and then.
So 7.
tail.
Okay. Never mind about the tail. I'm going to just go
He's
that
misty now.
he's misty now. So I'm gonna. What's misty on this entire list of things? It's the ninja. He's gone ninja.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
he's got
Oh
stealth
man.
mode.
So
He has
Does your
dropped
tail
to
have reach?
0 or below.
can I see where the probably on the next turn. Probably have to follow the mist to find out where the home is.
I honestly, I do not know they have coffins here. I will have to look into this entire thing. They might be just honestly screwed.
Oh yeah,
So you get-
because if they don't, then they have to go out in the light to get back to their coffins. Is that the issue?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, no.
since you
I-
said we can. Well,
Okay.
oh wait, no, but I can't get my full attack if I move. Okay, yeah. So I can't. Well, I
And,
mean,
and technically, you could attack the mist and it doesn't do anything. You can. I can just say if you want to use your extra attack to like learn. Oh, hey, the mists aren't affected by my attacks.
sure,
Um,
probably like whacking at the mist, being like, "What you doing?
Dissipate.
Where'd you go?"
Dissipate.
Okay. So, Avona.
Okay, 'cause I'm gonna look at some other spell. Hold on.
I'll be
Sorry,
honest.
kind
At
of
least
in the
this
way.
isn't
No,
like.
you're good.
At least this is a little better than 5e, where like if they're resistant to something, they take half damage. Now they probably just take a certain amount less.
They take
It depends.
their damage reduction is less than that of the were-rats. The were-rats were more resilient than these things.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I move like here.
I think the were-rats do less bad things, but they're more resilient.
I need each of the vampire spawn to make me a will save.
Okay. Oh, is that the right number there?
Oh,
That is the correct
these
number.
are undead.
Is this
stuff?
an enchantment?
Let me check. No.
Okay, because for whatever
I'd
reason,
actually
I know why. Yeah, I have to know because they are technically elf vampire spawns.
Oh
Alright.
no!
So if it would be an enchantment that by chance
+2.
actually, if it would be an enchantment that by chance does affect undead, which I think there are a few, they would get the +2. They do not. Anyway, I'm gonna roll this. Each of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess orange
Shoot,
dude.
initiative order.
Orange dude, which is the second one on the list, is the one that made it. I'm guessing.
Okay. Need one more save.
The fog makes some save too.
I mean, is
Is it still undead?
it something I can see?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Well.
he saves anyways.
Okay.
Okay. So, these two
Uh-huh.
are slowed,
Ah.
and I leave.
Uh-huh. Snail.
I just
No.
realized I can do some really fun stuff on my turn.
I do
Well-
not think this is going to matter.
Okay. Going to drop down in the, staggered,
I
slowed...
forgot this stagger.
This one will drop down.
Slowed.
Ada,
Clear, baby!
I guess you technically
an
get
attack of opportunity.
on green there. I guess then this one's still staggered even though it's not slowed, but it's gonna drop down then too.
Attack of opportunity 16 hit.
No.
Dang.
All right, those are all them.
I am
Khandes.
not the attacker.
Yeah,
I only have a +8.
Khandes, it's your turn. What are you doing here?
It hammer time.
Oh.
I guess the one that isn't slow. Oh, there's also one that hasn't gone yet.
No, they've all gone.
Oh,
One's a ninja, two are
Oh, yeah.
slowed.
sorry.
the ninja is the ghost one. It's all...
Yeah, well, I can't hit the ghost. I guess orange.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Actually, no. Do you know what? Green would make more sense because Ada can follow up easier with that.
Mhm.
So I will go green.
Okay.
And
17 will miss.
damn it!
Wait,
I should have
can you
took.
use- Can you lose certain?
Actually, wait.
Is that power
Slow.
attack?
Slow lowers AC.
Yeah. Then it hits, because
Yeah.
then AC is reduced to a 17.
Yay!
Here's what slow does.
And that's
Yeah.
fire, just so you know.
Yes.
That's what slow does.
Yeah. I was thinking about it for a second. I'm like, wait a second. It reduces their AC, doesn't it?
And this is
Uh,
also
I hit the
first
right
power
one
attack
that-
on your turn if you're power.
No,
attack.
because I used power attack on
The attack of opportunity.
attack of opportunity, so this would be my second one.
But this is
Oh,
your-
no. The attack of opportunity
Start?
refreshes on your turn, so it
Oh,
would be the
so
new
it
turn.
would have been a 19 anyway.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I was like, that
Alright.
should still count.
Oh,
It
yeah, yeah.
hasn't turned to gas. Zardris, what do you want to do?
Oh boy, it's time for the cool thing that clerics can do. Hey, I have selective channel. You're fine,
Thank God.
and I have plenty of charisma to not target you.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a 3d6 at my level.
It's a lot.
It is. It's a 3d6.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm a sun cleric, if they have turn resistance, they don't.
They do, so they don't anymore.
Yeah, it's a DC 14. Should I just hit?
It's will save.
Well, that's not a very good roll, but
Well, let me roll for. I guess red doesn't roll because
It's still
It's a
undead,
thing.
even though it's missed.
If it's still undead in the area, it would still roll.
I'm just thinking about this because normally it's like I think this is the one time that I think you can just kill these things utterly is with positive energy when they're gas.
Yeah,
it is
Positive
positive
energy.
energy.
Well, look, I'm gonna end. This guy's dead. Then you purify him with
Like,
your positive
melt.
light. Yeah.
Haha.
Nice.
And then we'll go green, orange, blue. Green, orange, blue. What was your DC?
Well, 14.
So
You fail.
green will make it. So I think he takes half damage.
I don't remember. I have to check and see if it's listed.
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
is.
so much text.
Yeah.
You know, I actually kind of have a party who can handle this.
You do
yeah,
kind
we'll
of have.
save half the damage.
Yeah. So, good news, bad news. Good news is this guy still stands. Barely. Because he's been hit by a hammer and channeled by some energy. Half damage would be this much. Let's 7 to each of these. Cool. That reduces their hit points. Cool. Reduces your hit points. All right. Ada.
Okay. I'm gonna 5-foot step to here, just to follow up if I need to.
Uh-huh.
I'll start by attacking green.
Yeah, go ahead.
21.
21 will hit. And 6 will make it. It's still also probably slowed, but also it's now a ninja.
Okay, now I'll attack orange.
Uh-huh. Great.
20 and 8.
20 and 8, and 8 will hit. So it goes to there, because you become a damage reduction. Avona.
Okay.
I mean, I do have silver.
You do have silver. Gets their damage reduction.
He reads things. Technically the first combat I've been a necromancer. Okay. I don't know what to do. I walk to here.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
I
in a bad touch?
throw holy water on the gaseous man.
Oh, you did
Holy
that.
water?
All right. Go ahead.
It's a ranged touch attack, right?
Yeah,
Is it a
pretty
ranged
much.
attack? So it's
Yeah,
with
It really
range
would be,
one?
range attack. Hit ranged. Let's see what you roll.
That's 23.
That will definitely hit this thing. I think you technically took a non-proficiency pony, but that was plenty. All right, you dump holy water in this gaseous dude, and he goes away. Then we'll say, it's
And then I walk away and leave.
Anyway, orange guy. I'm gonna roll a d4 and see who he targets, because there's 2 people there. 1, 2, 8, and
Really
3,
big
4.
man.
Khandes.
Yeah, there's a big man and there's someone who just
He
attacked.
does not like a big man.
That's
So
fair.
big man. What's your AC?
Actually.
You're at a reduced AC because you're big.
It's just
Yeah. 16.
You are missed then. And the other
Because
guy?
I'm smart and I use my +2 for dex and the +2 for strength.
Well, it's good you don't get energy drained, because they do that on their
Yeah.
touches.
yeah.
So they will both miss with a 15 and a 12. That leaves your turn.
Okay.
Oh, man. I'm curious to say. And I have a +4, so they literally have to roll a 19 to hit me.
Well, I will try to hit orange.
You could have showed up during the evening or night if the way you planned it. Definitely. But no, showing up during the day gives you a chance to really hit these guys pretty good.
There it goes. And technically a 22.
Let me just see here. Yeah, Orange now has gained the power of Naruto.
Missed.
The power of Naruto.
Anyway, Zardris.
I'm gonna step into the room.
Uh-huh.
menacingly,
Channel again.
and I'm gonna channel again.
It's probably
Hell
gonna.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
delete.
yeah.
I'm just gonna delete this man. Because reasons. Oh man!
Well, he
Oh,
takes half damage.
he holds on for just a little bit longer. Ada, you can't
No,
take a 5-foot
I mean-
step now. Oh no!
Oh,
I can't. I'll just do one attack.
Mhm.
And it's a 15.
Well, he has slow.
So it's only
Uh,
max
No,
one.
it was a
It's
7.
only
so
my
it was
one.
Yeah,
17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivona, do you want to do anything?
I bravely walk around the corner and I pull out a funny-looking stick and I cast a magic missile.
Yes, sounds good. Roll
You
it.
take four
Oh.
force damage.
Oh hell
2.
yeah!
Oh no,
Three.
+2.
3. It's plus
Three.
1. Yeah.
3 force
Yeah, plus
damage.
All right. Well, he's gonna try to go after this Khandes.
No.
Well, I rolled a 5. Khandes.
Bad
Um,
man.
We should follow one.
You miss.
Oh. If I didn't power attack. Well, actually, it didn't matter, yeah.
No, it didn't matter.
Zardris.
Oh, wait, he's... No, yeah, he's slowed. You still got it by
No,
one.
it doesn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he survives, I have a plan. Don't worry.
I mean,
He's not gonna survive much
You
longer.
could delay.
there's a cleric who
No,
has plenty of challenges.
you have just gone for the nuclear option.
I could control him and tell him take us to his lair.
You say that?
Yeah.
You could hold action if you want. If you guys could hold action if you want Avona to try
If
to
I
control.
fail, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious when
Well,
I
you could
fail.
you could ready to you could ready the
I'll
channel.
give you the chance to mind control this man before he gets
Well,
annihilated and
just
sent
melted.
into the
Sure.
Shadow Realm.
I'm assuming Ada's gonna ready an attack too. Probably.
Yeah, I'll ready an attack as well.
I have to look
Okay.
at what save it is.
All right. Probably will.
Yeah, I would say.
Is a will save. He fails. He is now under my command.
I rolled really badly. Okay.
He is
You-
under my command for
rolled-
24 hours.
Okay.
Actually, no.
Whoa.
Rolled
Worse.
very
He's under
bad
my
during
command
this fight.
for 5 days.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's as per the command.
Did it work?
Yes.
It says I'm like righty.
It will basically kind of like I guess you'll command it to stop. It's under a command,
Yeah.
kind of stuff like that. It'll kind of like kind of stop and be a servant of yours. What do you want to do with your vampire spawn? You have now control of the area. The rest of them are dead.
That's
Real
a
dead.
lot better than I thought.
Take me to your coffin.
My coffin is not in this country.
Oh.
Interesting. I looked at Zardris and just got a nod.
Mm-hmm.
Why it's here?
Why are you here?
My master sent me here
Who is
to
your
watch
master?
to accompany one of his underlings, Conte Signor Tyriak.
Can you take us to the... Where is this underling? I would very much like to meet him as a practitioner of undead.
I do not know. When we came here, the Nosferatu told us to wait in the city until we were needed. We were allowed to make our space here.
What would you be needed for?
Officially, according to what he knows, in order to aid him in his assistance for those that are here, for the job that Count Signor Tyriak has agreed to. In purpose, we are to ensure that the Nosferatu does not betray Count Tyriak.
What's the job that he agreed to?
The Red Mantises contacted our master for aid and asked for a servant of his to arrive here. He sent his servant here.
What was that one god's name? I just immediately forgot because it's
Or Ulgatha?
Yeah. Does your master have any involvement with Ulgatha or its cult?
Not that I'm aware of. I only know that the Red Mantises contacted us for my master for assistance.
Who are the Red Mantises?
Powerful assassins.
Did we try a knowledge local? Do we know anything about it?
You could lodge local the Red Mantises. I gotta be honest, you probably would at least have maybe heard of the Red Mantises. DC tend to have heard about them. They are infamous.
Whoa, I can
I'm
roll
a
DC
I'm a slums kid, so I probably don't know much outside.
Oh wait,
of
I
the
can
city.
roll that because it's a DC 10.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Who's trained? Who's trained in this?
I'm trained.
I'm
I'm
trained
not
too.
trained.
Okay.
I am
so,
not trained.
Zardris, you certainly have heard of the red mantises. They're infamous.
I haven't.
Khandes, you're the only one that might know a little bit, because like I think 15 would be the next level of DC about knowing about them. They are an infamous group of assassins who basically are the closest thing to sanctioned/legal assassins in all of Galarian. If anybody important wants to hire on the Red Mantises, you can. They have a code of conduct. You're not sure anything about that code of conduct, but you know there are certain requirements for hiring them on. You know, and they don't do certain things. Like, the one thing I'll tell you, they don't do things like regicide. So they would not have killed your king, you know. But it doesn't mean they're not here trying to assassinate someone else. That could be important.
Right.
Which they could have been hired by the Ogothans and then needed the vampire's house. That could be true, but that also could be like they could be here for an entire other job and just happen to be something different. How they're involved in everything going on, unknown, but they are another faction that seems to be involved now. I'll give you a little bit more information that you can get. We'll just summarize the information here. The person that was called upon is Count Senior Teriak, who rules Varno County in Ustalav. He's one of the most powerful vampires in all of Ustalav. The man he brought here was a Nosferatu, Ramoska Arimosis, for aid.
Names.
Let me look up Ramoska Arimosis, because I have to find out about him. Yeah, you can't really escape carrying crown, unfortunately.
Finds me wherever I go.
Because I know it's somewhere else in this here. But I want to look him up. Ramoska is an expert on vampirism and similar kinds of afflictions.
Interesting.
That sounds useful.
That is useful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's odd that he would technically be called upon by assassins, but
That's
if they are
weird.
like that stands
Unless
out in
they're
your
going
mind.
after a powerful vampire.
Or necromancer.
They could be
that's-
they could be hired to kill a necromancer or an assassin or a vampire. That could have happened.
They could also might have been tasked with killing one of the church leaders and to help with the plague of this spread of the plague.
Yeah.
Or framing vampires.
Oh,
Or you
actually,
have
there's
something
more than that. Ramoska is a scholar of diseases and necromantic contagions like vampirism.
Oh.
Oh.
So he might know about
Okay.
other diseases. So,
Interesting.
yeah. So basically, like, he does know, like, there's a disease going on, could be related to that, but he is very expert on, like, necromantic things too, like vampirism, and that's part of that. So, again, it's an interesting idea that a powerful Ustalavian lord that's a vampire was called upon by red mantises, and basically then sent these vampire spawns to watch after the Nosferatu as assistances. The Nosferatu kind of didn't want them there and, like, just let them run around on their own doing terrible things in the city. Which they were.
They got what they deserve.
Well, how was the here's the last question I would say. How was the Nosferatu, if they needed them, how would they have contacted them?
Interesting question.
It probably doesn't say.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Here.
Sorry, this is like that might
These
be
are
useful
valid
information.
questions.
It's a very smart and valid question that the writers of the book probably didn't think of.
Actually, no. They would be like, we must confess, we lost control of ourselves and lost him. If given enough time, we could perhaps track him and find him eventually.
We can do that ourselves.
We can do that ourselves. Blast!
Channel energy.
Well, you're controlling him for 5 days. You could have him go for the next 4 days, try to track him and report back.
I think it's the idea that, like, basically, what had happened was they got to the city, and when he gave them basically free reign to do whatever they wanted, they were left out on their own without real orders, because they were really kind of there to watch him and just make sure he didn't betray, but, like, it's sort of like they're half-feral vampire spawns.
Yeah, they're like, free food. Okay, buffet time.
And then just lost track of him.
Now we eat until we have commands to do otherwise.
And with a plague going on, no one will notice more people dying.
Honestly, I don't think they even thought that part of that far through. They just, kind of kept going and murdering.
Might be immune to disease.
They are immune to disease.
They're dead, so they are.
Yeah.
I mean, there is such a thing as like a plague vampire, isn't there?
They can get infected with diseases and spread them too. That's an entire thing.
Them.
They don't, they're not affected.
They aren't affected by it, but it's not easy for them for that to happen. Though it can happen.
Yeah, because they'd have to leave the thing alive, which they're clearly just not.
But yes.
Also,
well, it's good they didn't bite us then, because we might have had a roll for plague.
They have been hunting people that aren't plague infested. All the people they actually like drained of blood were not plague victims. But they've been adding them to the pile of plague victims someone already put here.
Yeah, well, easy disposal.
now just try and suck my blood. See what happens.
I forgot to write the names down here.
We'll keep this guy alive.
I mean,
I have no feelings one way or the other.
unless you want him for something else,
I don't think I need him for anything. So I'll kind of give Zardris kind of a nod, kind of deal with it.
Just fucking explode him with channel energy.
Yeah, you'll be able to kill him. Honestly,
I still say it was a we can do that ourselves. Boom.
It's basically there's no more questions. It's still an evil undead monster. There's no use of channel energy.
They don't really have any gear on them or something. There's nothing else to fight here, so it doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah.
I will tell you some things that are here.
They might have looted some of their victims.
The nice thing though is now we have a lead.
Oh, hey! Where the hell are these?
Is there a silver scimitar in here by chance?
No, but
Damn.
they mention... They literally mention under the treasure there's coffins, and they don't tell me where these coffins are at all.
Probably, you said there was a trap door. So I presume...
Oh, yeah, it's in the trap door. Yeah, well, you killed them before they really got to move there.
Yeah, they died before they could run away.
Okay, so, you will find they had coffins downstairs. So, I mean, you could have taken care of them if they got to their coffins. I mean, they would have been there for, like, a while anyway. So, 15, and... all the money's in Ustalavic money.
That's fine, maybe.
I mean, gold is gold.
Yeah, that's why they weigh it.
Yeah.
So that's the things that they have downstairs and within their coffins. A ring of jumping that looks like intertwined brass spider legs, and a bone pipe of haunting. I didn't mention that point, but it's made of bones. Probably like human bones too, so it's really creepy.
I don't need the ring of jumping, clearly. So I'm giving that.
But also 15 platinum and 300 gold pieces. But Chitori's body had 8 puncture wounds down his neck. So they all fed on poor Rolfaldo, the toy maker.
I'm slowly blinging myself out. I have the circular of persuasion. Now I have a ring of jumping.
You can be jumpy and persuasive.
What are the pipes of haunting?
You can we can look them up in a minute. You can technically break into the guy's lockbox. Because he's got a lockbox.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not gonna loot goblin the dead man.
I don't care.
I will.
I'll be busy doing a little right for the man. Pull out my little holy text and do some...
Do we know if he has any living descendants?
No.
I take a
32.
I take a 20 on the safe.
I frown as I watch our friggin' dragon person to loot this man's house.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he doesn't have any living descendants, then it's no harm, no foul.
I mean, while you're looking around here, probably Pate and Varus are discussing things out in the alley. They kind of observe what was going on here and know what's going on. But easily, because you're moving into another room, you can open up a lockbox. It doesn't take long. There's gold, silver, a silver tooth in there, and then a brass key with the symbol of Abadar and bearing the number 261.
Woo!
If you have knowledge, local, or religion, you can recognize what that key is. Or try to.
Oh, I already
got
know.
local.
It's a box in the Abadar vaults.
Yeah, well,
sure,
yeah,
I'll
but
roll local. 26.
Yeah, it's a safe deposit key at the Abadar vaults. So
Oh hell yeah, money church.
So you basically could get into his safe deposit box now if you wanted to.
So we should at least alert the church that they can have the key back.
Mm.
I think we should check his box.
If you wish, I will have no part in theft or seizing a dead man's assets. But I'm
doesn't
not
need it
going to
anymore.
judge you.
There's plenty of second dying people who could use that money.
I mean, we could donate it.
He did not have. Oh, I'm sorry. It was. It's 2 gold pieces, 8 silver, and 22. A silver tooth worth 1 gold piece.
Rich.
That's all that was in his lockbox. So.
So rich.
Such a wealthy man.
You know, we should steal all these horrible dolls and sell them or give them away to children as well.
No. He was a talented toy maker.
DC 15 perform check on the pipes. Creates an eerie spellbinding tune. Those within 30 feet who hear the music must see a DC 13 will save or become frightened for 4 rounds. Creatures with 6 or more hit dice are unaffected.
It's good for mooks. Or
Yeah.
like lesser things.
Better than Luke's.
While you do this, you'll hear a voice of Knight Varus be like, "All of you, please come out here. Unless you found anything else that's linked to the vampires, we need the vampires. We can discuss some things."
I'll
Seems
go
like
outside.
you've run into some kind of interesting issue.
Tucking things into my bag, or we'll split it later. I walk out.
I've discussed things with Guardsman Pacia, and it does seem that we must report to important individuals about the actions of the Red Mantises in the city. If they are employing vampires, it is not necessarily something that we wish to sanction.
Well, I can't shrink myself.
Oh,
I already am. I'm
It's just
technically
funny.
shrunk. I just can't shrink myself.
Khandes is making biscuits.
There you go. You could not be,
Thank
don't,
you.
Be, don't be on top of the pile of corpses either, please. They are diseased.
You could technically give yourself a second character sheet that just has a large token.
Just a large
pull that
man.
one
Hmm.
You have to reroll initiative though.
out. No, not really. Just don't. Deliver
As far as I'm aware,
You can
no
actually edit your own initiative score.
Anyway,
no one within the current Korvosa nobility has employed the Red Mantises from any reports I've heard. I would have to report to the Queen that they're acting within the city. Granted, there have been times where previous nobles have employed them, so before we make any decisions, rash or not, we'll have to be required to find out who is employing them and for what reason, now that we've learned that there is some reason to employing them. That's been agreed upon. And certainly bringing in vampires is a distressing thing during this time period.
When it rains, it pours.
As much as they are sometimes tolerated by our Ustalavian neighbors, it is less so here. And I would prefer that their filth isn't brought here. I would like to speed up our return as much as possible, so I may give my full report. I can signal for an earlier pickup, if possible, but that will mean I will need you. all with me. Did you have personal things that you had to attend to, like I was informed the possibility of? You have done a good job here, and if you have something you really need to do, please do it expeditiously.
I need to check on someone to make sure that they're safe, and if they're dead, give them proper
Mhm.
I'm going
I
to
know-
grab a few things so I have them for the future.
Lucius' stepfather was technically his church was technically in this part of the city, right?
Yes, and Lucius did leave him here then.
I was going to check on him and Vona's mom.
Well, the reason I was saying that was maybe we could talk to Lucius's stepfather and see if they could try to organize, being able to make funeral pyres for these bodies to stop.
The city will arrange something for these bodies to clean them up.
Okay, I didn't know if the city was going to or not, because
they have been arranging things through the Queen's doctors to, and with cart bearers, people that are like, being basically paid for the dangerous job of moving things. It's just that someone left stuff here, and then the vampire spawn took advantage of it. It seems.
Yeah.
right. Okay, I didn't know if since the quarantine happened, if that was still happening or not.
They are still trying to keep the bodies in checks, and find places to have there are like squares and stuff where they can have burnings and things, and they can't
Cart
have
bearers.
real proper burials, but they can burn a lot of corpses.
Yeah. Well, we might be able to
Our
still
bearers
talk
are
to,
like, how would you like to be hired to die?
to Lucius' stepfather and see if they could, might be able to help with the problem.
I don't think I've heard anything as well.
I mean, enough money and people are willing to do stupid shit. So
Yeah.
it's a dangerous and probably well-paying job to cart plague corpses.
Yeah, if you make enough money, you can just get a cure plague on yourself.
I mean, during the Black Death, they did it.
Yeah.
I know.
So.
That's how it works.
But yeah,
It's also
I'll tell you, just to summarize what's been going on here. Your mother's been staying with Lucius's father, adopted father, because the church is a pretty safe area, and it does set them some places which are away from the plague. She had been there before during the everything that was going on.
Yeah.
So she's basically closed up the shop and has been there. She's been trying to assist with any way that he can help with, but he's not very. He's one man, and he's like maybe 5th level. He can't do very much for the plague victims and stuff like that.
Low-level boy.
Yeah, he's from also like an unusual religion and just made a shrine in an old broken down place that he fixed up. So, I mean,
Here's the thought.
mhm.
The loot that we just kind of got,
Uh-huh.
we could donate to him, and if to use it towards helping clean up bodies, if he could, help hire people, just so it gets done quicker than what the government can do.
Yeah.
You want to?
Cash and or magic items would sell very well. The stuff you don't know what's in the box. The stuff from the
Well, no, that
coffers.
I think we could keep, but
the vampire
what
stuff.
the gold that we just got from that place, yeah, I think maybe donate that towards.
It would be effectively 450 gold you could throw to him, and that would help
I
out a
haven't
lot.
added anything to my sheet.
Yeah.
I haven't had anything either.
If
Yeah.
you guys don't have a problem with that.
I'm
Okay.
for it.
Hey,
So-
now.
It's like I'm a good cleric or something.
I
Weird.
can move us back.
Almost like I care about.
It's almost
the
like I have
place
dragon blood and I want the money.
It's like Anna cares about the city.
Well,
she
we
lives
we still have the lockbox
Yeah.
at the Abadar Temple we could keep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I'm-
this stuff.
Oh yeah, 1 gold, 8 silver, and 22 copper.
Well, the
Yeah, that-
vampires also.
Well,
have money.
also the vampires had money too.
They have
No,
15.
I know. I'm saying like
Yeah.
you said, keep the lockbox, which is the one.
No, I meant the lockbox at the Abadar Temple.
Oh.
His bank vault.
Yeah. We could
They're
keep
fine.
the
It's
bank
always
vault.
good.
I'm saying donate the rest of the stuff.
Mhm.
It's not going to make or break us.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly you can give him the money.
I mean,
It'll help
again,
out.
that's my character's reaction.
Yeah.
Fine.
It'll definitely help
Better
out.
cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they'll be able to organize that section temple a little bit and help keep things in control. That's good money for, working to maintain this small area of the city a little bit better.
Especially, gears of the government is going to run slowly, especially with that it's already quarantined.
Yeah.
This could help get more managed.
I will let you know, it's not quite as many saving as before, but you will have saved about 200 citizens because they would have killed up to 200 people if left alone, these vampires, because they would have kept... There are 4 of them, they would have kept gorging themselves.
Saved a lot of people so far.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
We're heroes.
Uh-huh.
I
Also,
saw
I mean,
them
like, the Plague Alley is probably a good thing to get rid of anyway, There were a lot of, like, rats probably getting the plague and eating it there and spreading it even more, too,
Rats in your plague.
Yeah.
Damn rats.
So, alright.
I guess if we're heading out of this quarantine zone now, I will start writing a small report about the vampire spawn to the Pharasma Church.
Yep.
Can I at least keep the 1 gold, 8 silver, and 22 copper?
And the silver tooth worth a gold piece? I'm gonna
I'd just
say...
sell that for a gold piece.
Yes, probably. You were the only one that pocketed it, so unless you told people about it. I think it's not a lot of money. I'm not going to complain as the GM about it, because it's not going to break anybody's back.
I don't know, that 22 copper might come in handy.
Technically, it might someday, but you never know.
Melt it down and make some sling bolts out of it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, yes, if you want to do anything more with your mother or Lucia's adopted father, let me know. But we can kind of like say that they are in good shape right now.
I give dear old Ma like a catch up on what's been going on.
She will be
religion.
surprised to have seen you. She would thought that like with the quarantine, she would see you for like who knows how long and stuff like that.
And I go
Probably a
by,
lot of very
by my
emotional hugs.
Yeah, and you go by your
I should
house,
buy-
and grab
Just
whatever
to
you left
basically
there.
grab things so I have access to my whole equipment list. Because in theory, I've been leaving some stuff at home.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And maybe like
I haven't said anything. I've just
close the
been
door a little bit better or something, That's
Yeah,
just
lock it up. You
Yeah.
know, make sure board it up.
Hey,
Maybe.
for all I know, my mom could
I'll
have
help.
rolled that 5% chance to be immune.
Leave a small pile of gold that I like to roll in off the floor.
I hear a GM roll happening.
She's actually dead of the plague now.
I would have gone with Evelyn, by the way.
Anyway, alright. So yeah, you can meet up then after your things, and you can get the ship back and leave the quarantine zone.
I mean, I think we had to go. I think we all had to go together because we.
Yes, you're getting like
Oh, that's
you're
true.
getting
Yeah.
you have to get back at together. You and
They
technically
said the guard. They said the
guard yeah
would
is
follow
technically
us,
going
so-
with you. Yeah.
Or would have been like, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you,
very nice guy,
if
go
you
ahead.
really wanted to separate out, Pacia would be willing to do it. He's doesn't really
Yeah.
care. He's kind of like he's a good guy. He understands you're just checking things out. If you don't want him to accompany or anything, but he would come along. If you just want to keep this generally official.
Yeah.
He's willing to.
Official for now.
Yeah.
The first excursion, at least.
Yeah, he can definitely go check out the thing there, go to the house, go back. You'll get some remove diseases cast on all of you kind of thing, as you're taken across, and you go back into the city. All right, I'm gonna quickly give you what's in the just so we remember inside the bank vault savings. So the things that you really want are 68 gold pieces, master work thieves tools, and boots of striding and spring.
Those are actually fun. I don't know what those
He
are.
also has a sheaf of papers dealing the creation of dozens of poorly designed toys.
Nice.
Oh, flashbanged by the. Oh,
Yeah, the boots are like just a +5 on acrobat checks.
oh, is it just acrobats? I
Yeah.
thought there was something
No.
else. Hey,
It makes you jump
Khandes,
better.
You want
It
some
also gives
cool
you land
boots?
speed.
I don't.
Ah,
I don't- would that stack with the ring though?
It makes you faster by 10 feet.
The technically speaking, they are, you know, the boots strength speed increases your land speed by 10 and gives you +5 competence on acrobatics.
Oh, +5 overall, and that one, the other one just gives me a +5 on acrobatics made to jump.
Yeah.
So I don't need the ring.
No, it is jump with a +5 competence bonus on acrobatics checks.
And the competence ones stack, unfortunately, because they're the same bonus. So you could get
I don't need the ring. I'll take the boots.
I'll take. No. I'll take the boots because I have heavy armor and I want to be able to move faster.
I was just thinking that.
Slowest person.
Oh, okay, that's
take
fine.
the boots because of
and then we both have +5 to acrobatics.
I mean, one of you jumping, one of you not jumping, but yes.
No. The +5. I'm looking at the boots of striding and springing. It's +5 to jump.
But for Joe, it's just for jumping. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This one also. Yeah. This one.
Yours is for all acrobatics. Yeah. Joe's is just for jumping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, his is much more circumstantial than yours.
Oh no, the boots are also +5 competence bonus on acrobat. She can jump with a +5 competence bonus on acrobatics checks, so it's still a +5 to jump. It's just the only difference is the boots also give you 10 feet more movement.
So give the same bonus. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it does say jump with a +5.
Okay.
They just worded oddly comparatively.
Gotcha. I didn't go. I just kind of went through it a little bit. So, you'll have a chance to give your reports to the various individuals about what had happened, and certainly the two people that accompanied you will be reporting to some important people.
Yeah.
When you check in with Cressida Croft, though, she'll be like, you kind of give her a report. You'll kind of talk to her a little bit too, which will probably be a little later. You'll kind of check in with her after because your guardsman, Pacia, will, take care of it himself pretty much.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to accompany him, and you had a chance to run off and do some other stuff. But I'm assuming probably the next day, so you can rest up. It's fine,
Ooh, so we get 13 gold, 6 copper.
Mm-hmm. You can...
6 silver.
Or silver, yeah. Sorry, 6 silver.
Yeah, you can...
6 silver and what gold?
13.
13. Oh, no, that's easy math, actually.
I'm almost to that headband. I just need a lot more gold.
Yeah.
Man, if only we had
60
60 more gold. Well, it was only 60.
Yeah. You'll probably, the next day, you'll go to meet with Cressida Croft. You've had a chance to rest. It was technically a long day, and that was the afternoon. Probably got back in the evening, kind of thing, after all that was done.
Up my one spell.
Yeah. Anyway, arriving back with Croft, she'll be like, when it rains, it pours, eh? Now we have vampires, the red mantises, on top of a cult in the city. They could be related, but they might not be.
Yeah, we said that at the same time from my end. I know that there was a delay, but...
The thing is, it is timing. It makes me worried that there's some kind of relation. It could be that they're trying to assassinate someone in the cult. Or it could be the cult's hired them to assassinate someone. Certainly
like
it's not
a church member that...
So we didn't...
Could be important.
Did it seem like the Grey Maiden, or whatever, was aware of the Nosferatu comments that were made by the vampire?
Unfortunately, you couldn't get a full sense of everything.
Yeah, she is masked, so I can't
Yeah,
really
she's
read
masked.
her.
But it did seem as everything she heard about... In her voice, you sense that it did make her what the hell's going on here kind of thing,
She was just angry in general.
She was just angry in general a lot.
Nosferatu, who
sense motive.
appears to be a expert on necromancy diseases.
Certainly, with the plagues in town, it does scream that if the Ogatha wanted to assassinate someone in the midst of a plague they're causing, and use something that would maybe make someone think it's part of the plague, calling on someone that is a master of plagues, or knowledge is might be useful. I don't know.
It's all strange.
There's a lot of questions of what's going on here.
We have a lead. We just need to find him.
Look, I don't want to interrupt if you're going to go looking for him, but there was one more thing that had come up. Something that bothered me a little bit. Yesterday, a woman came by here. She was begging for assistance and looking for her brother. Apparently he was missing. We're busy, and it's hard to look for one person, especially with everything going on. It's hard, and, you know, it hasn't been that long. But some of the things she mentioned did bring stuff to mind. Especially because, well, it's outside the purview of the norm of what's going on. Apparently, her brother went to work at the Korvosa estate. I'm sure none of you are aware that the Korvosans decided the best way to avoid a plague was to seal off their estate and throw a gigantic party with a bunch of other nobles.
Oh,
God damn it, it's the plot of the fucking Red Masquerade of Red Death. God damn it.
Are we gonna infiltrate
bunch
them
of
as members of the guest
morons.
and have to kill all of them and make
I
it
think
seem
I've
like
read
they're...
this book somewhere before.
Now, I haven't heard much about it, but some of the things she said about when she went to the estate sounded weird. She said that it looked like all the windows were closed up, and she claimed that she smelled something strange.
I think we know where our vampire friend is.
Especially when you told me about that. That does scream that somebody's been doing something weird. Maybe some form of assassination, or maybe cultists got to them, or maybe they just all seemingly got the blood veil while there. I don't know.
Or maybe they're in on it.
That's another thing,
Great way
too.
to get blood veil. Throw a party.
I think that's the thing is, it screams something strange going on. That's why, especially after I heard about the vampires, this had been working on my mind. And if it was just the cultists, I would have passed off this maybe as a bunch of nobles got sick from the blood veil, all died, and we'd find out about them, well, eventually. It would have been tragic, but it would have been nothing. With strange going-ons, I don't have time to send people there, unfortunately. If you're free, could you look into this for me? It might be nothing, but it might be related to what's going on here.
It could align with what we're looking into anyway.
Yes. I mean, if it is a plague related, it'd be good to at least confirm.
The young woman gave me her information. I can tell you where to find her. I'd say ask her questions first. And then check out the Korvosa Manor. Should be easy to find. Let me spell her name because, god damn it,
Names.
I can at least spell her last name. Deyanira Mirakova.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, she'll let you know where to find the Mirakova girl. Then, and of course, I'm gonna say, honestly, the Korvosa estate's probably not difficult to find. It's like It's on Shoreline Way. It's gaudy. It's massive. It's a rich place, people. I'm not having a roll to find that place. So, all right. We have a little time. If you want to question the girl, we can do that to finish up today. And we'll leave
That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
So her brother worked at the estates as a servant?
No, her brother was called there as an entertainer.
Called.
Because remember, they need entertainment for their giant, party going on. So,
Party.
They already have the party, or is it?
The party is theoretically ongoing.
Oh, okay.
They basically
It's literally we're partying until the plague ends.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I've read this story before. Very good story.
Mm-hmm. Let me show you this nice lady, and then give it for chat too, and then we can talk to her. You can find her at her house. You'll have her address, which she'll be at home, and seemingly in still a pretty when you find her, she'll be in a kind of in distress, honestly, and it's kind of surprised to see it. There she is.
I cast the cleric spell, remove distress.
Mm-hmm. Can I help you? Looks like she's been crying, a little bit as she kind of opens the door.
I still want to use taking the lead on this because you want to question her.
We are here to talk about your missing brother.
Are you with the guards?
Associated with them.
Please, come in. I'll let you everything I know.
We are all they could spare.
They're in Overton Way, pretty close to the Marble Dome, which is a massive, amphitheater and stuff like that. Let me start by... Well, look, I work as a chorus girl in the Marble Dome, and my brother, Ruan, when he's missing, plays an ocarina in the orchestra. You want to make a local check?
Is it DC 10?
No, it is not.
Then I can't make it.
30.
Use
the
the
check.
Oh God, I can't even get that high, but I'll try to see if I know anything.
Okay. Avona, you have heard of Ruana, or Ruan. Ruan is a Varisian prodigy and a youthful master of an unconventional instrument, the ocarina. He is quite famous for his performances in the Marble Dome.
It's a shame someone so famous has gone missing.
Yes. I'm always surprised when people know of his name. Look, it was a few days ago that he came home in a state of excitement. He'd actually been requested a personal performance at a private masquerade at Carowin Manor. They're patrons of the arts, the Carowins. They oftentimes are seen at the Marble Dome. So he bought a new outfit, practiced a challenging new arrangement, and then left early for the event. Well, he didn't return the next day. I went to the estate, and you're not going to believe me, but it looked abandoned. Its entrance was locked, its windows were curtained. There was some kind of smell from behind one of the doors. I tried to get the guards to help, but I don't know. I fear something's gone terrible there. I worry about him. With everything going on in the city.
Ooh, yeah, I feel like we need to go there.
Yes.
Soon.
I agree.
Agreed.
Thankfully, that other fight really took nothing out of us.
I can give you a reward if you
Go
need
today.
something. I don't have a lot of money, but I could offer you a little bit. Or maybe you want some passes to the Marble Dome. I do have some passes that I can hand out.
That could perhaps be nice once things have calmed down and returned to normal.
Yeah, she really can't offer you money because she doesn't really have any, but she's got free passes to art shows if you want to go see performances.
Sure, why not?
I feel like that's a reward enough.
Yeah. She's got a season's worth of free passes to the Marble Domes for all of you.
Whole season.
A season of shows. You can. It's like getting the monthly pass for a movie theater. You got
I work for a living.
Movie pass.
You've got movie pass for the up and coming shows.
I mean, it's probably a little bit more like a because I know you can get. I think they're super expensive, but you can get like tickets to something that play places where it's like.
You get to see a bunch of
Oh god, it's the Opera House. It's the Opera House in Varisia. Yeah.
Ooh, we'll get cultured.
I know.
I don't know about their culture.
You can have seasons worth of lavish operas that rarely break even because they're so expensive to perform.
Nice.
Jeez.
And she has no money?
No. Well, the shows.
Oh, it's her brother. That's
Her brother works for them and performs the ocarina, which is an unusual instrument.
Weird thing to perform.
He's pulling a Link.
Yeah.
You're laughing, but he's a master of time and space.
He freaking played the Song of Storms and made the windmill spin and ruined that guy's job.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll leave it here. A couple minutes early, but we can then go to the estate next time. To Carowin Manor. And you can investigate the strange goings on there.
I'm not going to bother, but if anyone wants to go through my notes and spell correct, I was not paying close attention to
Is it
Who
on
needs
a
spelling?
Google sheet?
With your goal of finding and hopefully finding alive this woman's brother.
All I'm gonna say is we can find him alive. If all the rich people are dead, I'm not gonna stop 2 people from stealing all their money.
I mean, I can only watch so many people at one time.
You gotta keep an eye on the vampire.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, you know what? If they're all dead, it's an idiot tax.
They did do some stupid things there. I honestly, look, I'm gonna tell you, I have no idea how much their stuff is worth here. This is the one time they don't tell me, like, if we're looting their entire house.
I
The
don't think you're
paintings,
allowed
the
to loot the whole
furniture.
I don't think you are. I think I agree on this one. I don't think you are.
Because I feel like if we
Some
are
money in
seen,
the safe, though.
I feel like if we're seen hauling furniture out of a freaking manor,
I
I think
don't know.
we'll be arrested.
Carrion Crown was like, yeah, this dude's still alive. You can steal all his shit. Here's gold value for it.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
feel
make
like
any
the
sense.
thing is,
Still fucking alive.
this was before then. You don't think there would have been lessons that they had from here? God damn it!
Different writers, right? Probably.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he has different writers. So the other writer was
I
like,
mean, we can
people
make
like to loot stuff.
we can make our
Also, there
gifted
is a
house
point-
fancy.
There is a lot more, there's a lot more social stigmas in this area because you're not in the middle of nowhere.
Just rob it safe.
I mean, like, at very least, like, the toy maker guy, like, there's a reason for, like, oh, he's got some magic items you could take or something. And, you know, yes, he's very dead and doesn't have any people related to him.
I was willing to take those toys and hand them out to children.
I mean, you probably
I
could
an
have.
Angry lady
Yeah,
who's
but,
let's
like-
hurry up and go.
The problem is they might be covered in plague and or just death smell.
Yeah, I mean, also they're creepy as hell.
They are creepy,
And it sounded like a lot of them didn't function well.
I mean, they functioned.
Toys.
Boats that aren't, toy boats that aren't water worthy. I mean, what do you do with that?
They really describe the man as the worst toy maker ever.
Here's a
Holy crap.
cloth boat. No, it doesn't float.
I guess, like, you know, he was technically like some kind of rogue in his youth, because of the way they describe that, like, the stuff in his, like, his savings vault was, like, stuff from his youth. So I feel like he was, like, a thief or rogue that retired to be a toy maker.
By the way,
retirement.
I'm putting the Pipes of Haunting on the eventual sell list because I don't think any of us want to have to make a DC 15 perform check in the middle of combat to have creatures with 6 or less hit dice run away.
Those are bards.
No, yeah.
It's a bard item.
So I'm putting that on the to sell list.
I have I think a 2 in perform.
I have a 5.
Whoa!
I have.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I have a 2. I don't know why there was a bonus there.
I have a 0.
Used to roll for might perform for no one.
So
I
I
didn't
could
even
not
put it-
even make it.
I unchecked it to not even show on my list.
But yeah,
I could try to perform for something if I really
I have
needed
one.
to.
Oh, yeah, I have a charisma of 12.
Because I have charisma.
I
Mm.
also have charisma.
I have a charisma of
Well,
14.
if you want it, you can. If you want it, you can.
No, I don't want it. Yeah, I'm like the guy who swings a giant hammer is going to stop and perform in the middle
hang
of
on.
battle.
Is it? If you get big, does that mean it's a big bone pipe?
Yes.
So then you can hit people with it, and it has a higher hit die of damage because it's larger.
I think it's like a D4 instead of a D2, maybe.
There
So-
you go.
There was a joke a while ago in one of our games
You
about a
enlarge it
bard
and then hand it to me.
about a barbarian.
There was a barbarian.
So you could you summon a loot
Oh no.
just to smash on someone's
no,
head.
I'm sorry. That was the joke about it. We actually,
Yeah.
if you don't remember, were you in that one? You might not have been in the game where we had a troll bard in our team
Gosh.
who could only cast summon instrument and then use them as improvised weapons.
Yeah.
That actually happened in the game. It was hilarious and weird. And that's a weird NPC to have on your team. That was also Pathfinder, so thank you. Scrog, the troll bard that also could gut
I mean, I
him-
could take a few
who
levels
took,
in
who took
bard.
the fucking troll feat where they gut themselves to read the future. That's a troll feat.
awful.
They like rip out their own intestines, read the future, and then put them back. It's like, what the hell? Thanks,
That's
Paizo.
just weird.
Ugh.
It's
Well,
a
that
it's
was
an
a-
actual thing they did. Anyway, shout outs. Joe, do you have anything to shout out?
Happy Valentine's Day, all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's today.
The
For
technically
2 more minutes.
for us it's 2 more
Well-
minutes, and some other people a little longer.
Yeah.
It's a couple hours
True.
left.
Lightning, do you have any shout outs?
I have a new headset. The first one didn't work on my computer, but it worked on the one in the house. So I don't know what's wrong with it.
You got it now, at least. Momo, anything to
Hi,
yell
I
about?
shout out Helldivers 2. And you should play it so you can spread managed democracy and kill a bunch of bug monsters.
It does look like, but the thing is, it
It's-
definitely looks like a thing I'd want to do with players.
It's
But
very funny.
it does like one of those things that's like, I kind of feel like I want to organize some people and play.
It's
You
a
know?
very funny 4-person co-op game.
Yeah.
The
I've
Reddit
seen-
forest been popping off with really good memes.
I'm sure. Democracy for what is it like? Controlled democracy or something?
Managed democracy.
Managed democracy. I'm like,
Protect managed democracy with the gentle touch of an iron fist.
Worm, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, I'm Diamond Worm. You can find me on twitch.tv/DiamondWorm or at DiamondWorm on Twitter.
Woo!
I will be streaming Friday at 7:30 p.m. PST, and other times.
Nice.
It's too early.
What is the voice I'm doing? I have no idea.
You're an announcer on something. That's what you are.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of announcery, which was the idea, but then, like, I don't know. It just didn't
It
end up well,
devolved.
so. It devolved, yes, it devolved.
I really do enjoy the fact that like there is no easy like drag and drop vampire spawn. I had to like enter stats individually for that one because
Of course.
it's a template. It's a goddamn
Oh, hell
template.
yeah.
You know,
So here's elf, and then let's add vampire onto it.
it was like elf fighter or something. No, it was like I think fighter rogue.
Well, they were dead as soon as I
You
walked into the
snuck
room.
attack them. They could
Yes.
never sneak attack you. They tried to surround Joe, but they died before they could.
Eat
Glowed, fireball, glowed,
daylight
staggered.
spell, channeled,
Look,
positive energy.
look.
I soloed that encounter.
You also don't forget you also rolled below 10, like on like.
Oh, the fireball
80% of
damage
those
was
rolls.
so bad.
Well,
They
no,
had
no, no.
four-
I'm not talking
they-
about that. I'm talking about the fact that Tantus rolled.
Oh yeah, I
sub
could.
Oh.
10
Oh,
on
yeah.
I couldn't
all
hit
of his
anybody.
dice rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tannis
Yeah.
was so bad.
They just kept missing us.
It was good for you because that would have just been a headache for you to have, but you could eventually recover from. But anyway, my shout outs. Tabletop informational streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, early afternoons between 1 and 2 usually, depending on life schedule. Saturdays around 11 o'clock, all EST times periods. Crimson Queen every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So if you've missed this one and came in late, you can always join us at 9 p.m. next week, discussing tabletop Saturdays at 6 p.m. We'll talk about news of the week and a lot of deeper discussions onto interesting tabletop topics. If there's a lot of news, we just talk about the news, because there's going to be a lot of crazy shit going on in the tabletop world. There's already a bunch of stuff to talk about this week. We'll handle it. And then I have my YouTube channel, so be sure to check it out. So my tabletop stuff ends up there. And then Discord, Twitter linked below, and all my links for the Twitch page and YouTube. So if you want to check those social media stuff out, I got those. Okay, there's the quick shout out. It's past midnight. I'm tired. I've been running this for 3 hours. I want to go to bed soon. So I'm going to say to all of you, thank you for joining me. Thank you all my players. And I'm going to say to the people out there, goodbye and see you next time. Farewell.
Goodbye.